Hello student. Today we start BSc second year paper 7, that is fish developmental biology. Within that, unit number 1, unit number 2 already we are completed. The third unit, that is the reproductive biology. Within that, parental care in fishes. Today we see about the parental care in fishes. How can care the fishes, main view of the topic. Various group that animals show wearing parental care. In this chapter, we see about the how can actually fishes take the parental care. Usually provided by one parent only, and consist of protecting the eggs and fry from predators and removing parasites and waste product of respiration. This is the view, this is the theme of the topic, that is the parental care in fishes. Okay, then some important pattern of parental care in fishes. Within that, two types. Today we see the two types, that is fish species which build the nest. This is the one type of parental care. With the examples we will see. Then next example, that is fish species which do not build the nest. All types are considered to be the parental care. Two type, that is fish species which build the nest, and next one fish species which do not build the nest. Okay. Then number one, that is fish species which build the nest. That is the basin-like nest. On my right hand side, you can see this is the basin-like. In every home, there is a basin for the hand wash purpose. The structure of that basin and the structure of this one, that is the nest constructed by the fish, that is the basin-like, basin-shaped nest. Okay, that is male. First point, male darter fish during spawning season choose a proper place known as domain. Any female darter entering the domain is allowed to live there. After approaching at domain, female construct a basin-like depression to release the eggs. Important point is that after approaching at domain, female construct a basin-like nest. After the approaching upon the male and female, then construct the basin-like nest. Depression to release the eggs. Female sinks the basin-like nest where the eggs are deposited. Here the eggs are deposited. Then the eggs are promptly fertilized by the male and are being covered by the sticky secretion. Sticky secretion secretes by the kidney of the male fish. These sticky eggs remain attached to the stone till hatching. Here is the stones. Okay. These sticky eggs remain attached to the stone still hatching. Up to the hatching, they are attached to the stone. Various its basin-like nest where male and female parents hold the responsibility to guarding the eggs. This is the parental care of one type of view. That is the responsibility of gardening the eggs, both male and female. Important point of parental care, that is the male and female are gardening the eggs. This is the parental care, nothing but the parental care. The next example, that is the circular nest. Number one, basin-like nest, and number two are the circular nest. This is the circular nest constructed by the fish. This is the example, Amia clavia. This is the foreign country fish. The male Amia clavia of the Great Lakes of North America built a curved circular nest among the aquatic plant. All are the aquatic plant constructed the fish, that is the circular nest. One or more females attend the nest. One or more female attend the nest. Okay. Then the male fertilizes and guards the eggs till hatching. That's the gardening, protection, or parental care. The young ones leave the nest under the protection of male. This is the important point, that is parental care. The young ones leaves the nest under the protection of the male. On my right hand side is the figure of male both the fish, Amia clavia, gardening the self-made circular nest. Gardening, protection, or the parental care by the male in the circular nest. Formy nest. Next example, that is the formy nest. We are point of view. This is the first example, that is fish species which build the nest, and the next one without nest. This is the example from the belonging from the fish species which build the nest. That is the formy nest. This one is the formy nest made by a male fighting fish beta. You know, the Siamese fighting fish, one of the best example of aquarium fish. That is called also the beta. Siamese fighting fish is the scientific name. This is on the fighting fish. Fighting fish. Important thing is that male construct one thing is the building up to forming nest by the male fighting fish, that is a beta as an example. Male construct such type of nest. Important thing, female note. In this example of hominess, that is the beta spendus, especially is that the male constructs such type of nest, blowing bubbles of air with their sticky mucus. In the bubbles, there is the sticky mucus is present together to form a floating mass of dome-shaped foam. Dome-shaped foam. After this, the male collect the fertilized eggs in his mouth. This one on my right hand side, male is collecting the fertilized eggs, gives them coating of mucus, and finally sticky them to the under surface of foamy nest. And one of the example to compare the beta splendens or the Siamese fighting beta is the paradise species also makes a identical foamy nest. Means male can take the parental care responsibility in the foamy nest. And we see the next example, that is fish species which do not build the nest. Already we learned, saw, that is fish species which build the nest. The next example, that is fish species which do not build the nest. Number one example, that is deposition eggs in masses of definite forms. In this, that eggs are deposited in single mass. Example, holorobes of the yellow perch is the example of fish. The eggs are held together by a membrane and form a long floating band so that eggs are not secreted. Similarly, the eggs of the angular fish are invested by a cartilaginous outer coat and joined together to form a transparent mass of enormous size. This is the do not build the nest example of fishes. Then deposition of egg in the surfaces of the rocks. This is the next example which do not build the nest. Rocks, you know very well about the rocks. The cyclopetrus fish species deposit their eggs in the foam of spawn in the surfaces of the rock above the level of water at spring tides. And this is the example from the cyclopetrus species, that is they can surfaces of the rock above the level of the water at spring tides. The spawn may contain 80,000 to 1,36,000 eggs. Time to time, fish passes his head into the masses, head means eggs, head into the masses of spawn to allow the water to penetrate into the spawn, ensuring proper aeration of the egg. For the purpose of aeration of egg, fishes continue goes to surrounding place of the eggs, means penetrate into the spawn, ensuring the proper aeration of the eggs. Then next example, that is deposition of eggs in the fish body. Some fishes they can care they can protect the eggs, can protect the spawn in the body. Mouth cavity as a shelter for eggs. Next example, that is there are several species. They are mouth brooding fishes. Example, tilapia, you know very well. In our Nanded city and all over in Maharashtra also, tilapia is a famous fish. And various other fishes protect their eggs by carrying them in their mouth. This is also a one type of parental care. Example, tilapia, the title that is mouth cavity as a shelter for eggs. Males of many marine catfishes, example Arius and other have identical habits of carrying the eggs in mouth cavity until hatching. Up to the hatching, they can parental care by the female fish. Then the formation of egg ball. This is the one of the example of parental care. That is in butterfish. Usually the male guarded, guarding by a cooling ground the eggs. Okay, rolled into a ball or sphere until they hatch. Around the eggs, they can ball type. Some zoologists mean some scientists opinion that both parental care by guarding by the both, that is means male and female can take the care of eggs. In the example of formation of eggs ball example. Sometimes the eggs are also laid in the walls of empty oyster shell. Okay. Then last one, that is the formation of integumentary cups. Formation of integumentary cups. This is also one of the example belonging from the parental care. In the siluridae, catfishes, the fertilized eggs are pressed into the soft spongy skin of belly of the female. Belly is the nothing but the part of the stomach. Each egg becomes attached by a stalk into a cup-like depression of integument and carried until hatching. Okay, all are the points considered to be the parental care in different way, in different views of the fishes. Is it depending upon the fish? Okay, thank you.